for Life Force to launch. Life Force was circling and ready to land when the ambulance got to the LZ. EMS had already placed Aiden on 100% oxygen via non-rebreather and were monitoring his vital signs when the aeromedical team arrived. The Life Force team that day consisted of an extra pair of hands, which they all felt might be the first of several miracles that occurred. They had paramedic Ray Cadwallader, flight nurses Laura Kirk and Karen Mulvaney, and their pilot Chuck Neighbors. As they met the ambulance, they realized that Aiden was critically injured and that they were going to have to work hard, smart, and fast to help save the life of this child. On the flight crew's first exam of Aiden, they noted significant chest, neck, head, and facial trauma. His chest cavity was open on both sides. He had a large bleeding neck wound, an open fracture of his mandible with a noted floating segment, an open right temporal skull fracture, and soft tissue injuries to his right ear. He also had a large bruised area to his abdomen. Despite the oxygen, he was still having significant trouble breathing. The crew estimated that he had lost approximately 150 milliliters of blood between the towels and the hemostatic gauze, but they didn't really have a good estimate of overall blood loss as his injuries had occurred in the water. However, due to his hemorrhagic shock state, it was estimated he had lost more than 40% of his blood. While trying to ventilate Aiden with a back valve mask and an oral airway, the providers found it difficult to obtain a proper seal with the mask. Due to Aiden's inability to protect his airway and his facial trauma and potential airway obstruction, the decision was made to prepare for intubation. An IV was placed and rapid sequence induction medications were given. Aiden was successfully intubated using a video laryngoscope. The DeKalb and Life Force teams quickly moved Aiden to the waiting helicopter where the flight crew departed for Children's Hospital at Erlanger. During the flight to the hospital, Aiden received plasma and was placed on a ventilator. Aiden continued to have a very high heart rate, even after fluid and medication administration. At this time, an interosseous needle was placed in Aiden's left humeral head and packed red blood cells were begun, which helped improve his color and vital signs. On arrival to the emergency department at Children's at Erlanger, the trauma team removed the towels on Aiden's chest and found he also had a transected sternum and a wound possibly extending into his pericardial sac, but amazingly no immediate evidence of cardiac muscle injury or tamponade. Aiden required extensive surgical repair of his multiple injuries and the infusion of quite a bit of blood, but he was soon in the PICU and recovering. Aiden's recovery from such massive injuries is nothing short of miraculous. His father remained calm under the worst of circumstances and got Aiden to the closest place to meet help. The care provided by the DeKalb EMS crew and the Life Force team ensured Aiden was stabilized and made it to the hospital in the best condition possible. It is because of their actions that Aiden is here with us tonight, and for their knowledge, skills, and commitment, we award them the Dr. Michael Carr Tennessee EMSC State Star of Life Award.
Certificate of Life. It is hereby certified and solemnly attested that Aiden Brown survived a life-threatening event on June the 5th, 2015. This certificate commemorates the first day of the rest of your life, Mr. Brown.
I would just like to say thank you.
Like everybody said before, there's a purpose for everything and everyone here, and just thank you for your service.
Have to be equal here, give all the boys and girls a chance to respond. So once again, just an incredible story, and he puts you where you need to be, and he's right there with you all the time, isn't he? So thank you very much, Region 8, isn't it? No, it's Region 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. Well, just an amazing story. And if you get a chance to meet Aiden, I mean, when you get close to him, the life is just shining in his eyes. I mean, he's got beautiful eyes and perky personality. We're glad he's here tonight. Thank you.